George Christensen, straight shooter all the time, joins us now because we've got even more evidence of China and China being behind a whole collection of cyber attacks on Australia. George, nice to talk to you as always, mate. Now, what about also China now deciding to turn around and have a crack at us, pretending that we are the thieves of the world, as opposed to them who, of course, love a bit of IP theft for a long time?
They've loved thieving a lot of things over the years, China, but it's interesting. The statement they made accusing Australia of being thieves, they said it's hypocrisy because basically you're a thief calling out us for being thieves. So they've basically admitted in that statement that they are thieves and that they are behind the hack that affected something like 10,000 servers here in Australia, that dozens and dozens of businesses and organisations had to go off to the Australian Cybersecurity Centre to seek help from. You know, it affected everyone from federal and state governments to local councils to media organisations to even the social services sector, Paul. So not something that was just a little thing, and it's part and parcel of China's new mode of warfare. I don't know if you've ever seen this document, mate. It's called Unrestricted Warfare, and it shows what the Chinese government is actually doing at the moment. It's written by a couple of colonels in the People's Liberation Army, and it basically says this in it: who is the most likely to become the leading protagonist on the terra incognita of the next war? The first challenger to have appeared and the most famous is the computer hacker. It goes on to say how hacking's got to be part of the mainstream warfare of China, and that's what they're doing.
Exactly. Well, here is that Foreign Ministry spokesperson speaking today. Have a look.
The US ganged up with its allies and launched an unwarranted accusation against China on cyber security. This is made out of thin air and confused the right and wrong. It is purely smear and suppression out of political motives. China will never accept this.
I love the play here, George. I love the play. By their own admission, they say, as you say via what you just read, that cyber hacking is one of the great tools of warfare, but to be accused of it actually taking place, let alone whatever proof that our security services would have, well, that's just a downright lie, isn't it?
And, you know, it's the kind of stuff we come to believe or come to realise from China. We can't believe a word that they say. They go and commit abuses, you know, such as they have against the Uighurs in the Xinjiang province, and then, you know, front the world saying, oh, no, there's nothing to see here. We aren't engaging in slavery or slave labour camps or forced sterilisation or anything like that, when there's actual satellite imagery and testimony from the former Uighur slaves to prove that they are doing it. So it's the kind of stuff that we come to expect from China. Go and commit the crime, and then stand up and deny it when you're accused of it.
Correct. A lesson learnt then by, of course, the left who slavishly follow them here in Australia. Good on you, mate. Nice to talk to you, and say good day to Greta for us. Thank you, George. George Christensen there, joining us from far north Queensland right now.